this is my life. It's my passion. It's like something that you can't put a price on it. You know, I want to come, wake up and think that this was a nightmare. It's just shocking, you know, waking up in the morning and not having a place to go to work, and then, you know, put all my effort translated into financial resources to buy my favorite cars. You know, it's not that I have money, the money is tied to the car. Some cars were very, you know, expensive to acquire because they were so rare. And seeing cars like, you know, these cars that were owned by my hero, which was BURT Reynolds, obviously. You know, I'm a Trans Am freak. It's just, as a matter of fact, I sold him a Trans Am like 10 years ago. He wanted a black 77 special edition, and he sent his best friend. And then after that, I met him. And then after that, many events, including, you know, I've been in his house with him, and I got countless memorabilia that he was kind enough to sign for me, like signs like this. I had many because all the events I went together, and I said, "Bert, can you sign this for me?" So I had a lot inside the office that was destroyed on the fire.
How many years have you been collecting Trans Ams?
And I started, I think in 2001. It was 20 years ago. After being a Trans Am lover, but I was never able to afford one as a teenager. I had some money saved, and I bought up the first one here in Miami. And that car started this craziness. You know, I started to dig into the car and learn the details, and I fixed the car in my own garage on the weekends. Actually, you know, it was like kind of an obsession of mine, and that opened the door to this. You know, then I restored the first one, and then someone looked at that car and said, "Can you restore mine?" And I said, "Well, I'm not a restoration shop, but if I did mine, I could do a second one." And that's how it happened. You know, 1 car, 2 cars, 3, 4. Then all of a sudden I had 10, and then 15, and then 20, and then I had to rent a warehouse, and then another warehouse, and hire people, and it all of a sudden it's a complete operation, and a company is born out of a hobby, obsession thing. I don't know how to call it, passion. And the evolution was this fairly large facility that, as you know, I mean, it was like a museum. You know, we had that day that this happened probably near 50 cars, and on some occasions we had 80 cars packed, you know, parked, you know, very close one to the other, and you know, doing cars for customers and for ourselves to, you know, to offer to people. You know, we need to buy, sell cars to make money to afford this kind of operation. It's far from cheap or inexpensive. This is not a life and death thing. So and I didn't ask for the GoFundMe. Me and my family, we're not looking for money for pity. And he said, "I'm gonna leave it there. I'm not gonna leave it there. I'm gonna take it out from our social media because it wasn't my idea." Okay, but then he said, "Rick, I want to donate. I created it and I want to donate. My family wants to donate. Your friends wants to donate, because this is beyond, you know, comprehensible. This is a tragedy, and it's financially very hard with you and your staff. And I understand that. So the link is out there. I don't even know what the link is. If someone wants to donate something, and that person calls me and want something in exchange, if they want a wheel cap from a car, look, I got wheel caps that were right behind BURT Reynolds' car. You want a wheel cap, you want a screw, you want one of the shirts that are stained from the acid, you know, I'll sign it for you, and I'll mail it to you, and you have a piece of this unfortunate tragedy, and maybe you can use this as a souvenir. I don't know. Just an idea. Give something in exchange. It's better than just getting a donation because you feel bad about us. That's our position. A shop this size takes a lot of financial resources.
How big was the shop?
Almost 20,000 square feet, which is not normal size of a shop in any city. You know, this was kind of oversized place for a shop, and unfortunately that's probably one of the disadvantages. It's a one open space, big, and the flames, you know, they just spread through the whole roof. You know, the office was completely destroyed. I mean, inside, I mean, the cars that were next to the office were totaled. The cars that were on top of this were all melted, as you saw. Many of them are going to be, I don't know how we're going to fix them. We probably will at some point, but it's going to be an uphill, monumental task and effort to do it. And to recoup from this is going to be pretty hard. I'm not saying impossible. It's going to be very, very difficult. Let alone we're trying to do most of the job, all our family together, because right now we're even battling insurance, because, you know, coverages are not even near the actual losses. You never expect to have everything affected by a tragedy. Well, insurance, they have limits. You know, when you insured, we have an umbrella. They tell you, okay, we're going to give you whatever. I don't know how much it is, but it's the overall limits will not cover the losses, especially cars like this that are priceless. They're not going to come and say, "Oh, BURT Reynolds' car They don't care. If they cared, I wouldn't be here sitting here. I would be, well, I'm gonna get a check. That is not gonna solve the pain. Because how do I replace that car? This is my life. It's my passion. It's like something that you can't put a price on it. You know, I want to come and wake up and think that this was a nightmare, and it is all clean and pristine as usual. You've been here many times. We had all the cars were spotless. You know, like new, and that's a hard work. I mean, imagine just that, all the effort lost. It's even if we start from scratch, it's gonna be very difficult. So, but we're trying to be positive. This already happened a couple of weeks ago. The first week or so, I was like a zombie. I couldn't eat, I couldn't sleep, you know. And now it's gonna be probably more a little battle, lawyers and stuff. We can't wait for that to be resolved. We are doing this with our own resources. As I told you, customers come here, they said, man, we're gonna donate something. You know, one of the customers is an engineer, a structural engineer. He's doing this project at no charge. You know, I'm humble, you know, and I can't even, I don't know how to say thank you. You know, and they say, don't worry, man, we are here to help you. You've been always kind to us. You always took care of me. I always felt that I was special for you. And I'm not telling you this for pity, it's the reality. As a matter of fact, some of them had cars here that, you know, survived, and they don't even care. You know, it's like, they said it's just a car, you know. At least you didn't die. Because I came in when this was in flames. It was an inferno. I tried to push cars around. I saved some. But at some point, you know, even the police had to restrain me. He said, if you go inside, we'll put you inside the patrol car. We'll basically arrest me. And I didn't care. I wanted to go in, but it was impossible. It was so hot, you know, and the smoke you couldn't even see. I mean, it was just a nightmare. I don't want to even think about it. In any case, Lance, I know you brought me this. This means the world to me. You brought me this sign. This is going to be here when we reopen, and I want you to be here with us. And anyone who is what will be welcome. We want to show that all the effort that we're going to put to, you know, raise from the ashes, you know, it will be something that you will appreciate, because we're not going anywhere. We're going to keep doing Trans Ams as long as we have the energy, and we're not going anywhere. We're going to be here. This is going to be rebuilt, and we're going to be stronger than before. That's our commitment, and that's what our spirit is right now. I thank you very much. This is a 1981. I don't know if I should say is or was, but still all here together. This was an export Trans Am. It means it was built in the U.S. or to be sold in another country. This in particular was built to be sold in the Canadian market. This is the first time that Pontiac installed Recaro seats in one of their Trans Ams, and that was only in 1981, only on the pace car model. And this is one of these pace cars. As you can see, unfortunately most of the interior is melted, but the seats are intact, or mostly intact, and they survived, and I'm pretty sure they can be fixed at some point. This will be a full frame off restoration. The car mechanically, it's okay. I don't know how, but it even starts and drives. But obviously it's gonna have to be dismantled and redone. But it's the first time that they put Recaro seats on a car, and these cars usually came loaded with almost every option. But this is a very special car, so maybe someone is interested in doing a project together and restore this car. We don't have the financial capacity to do this right now. It's gonna take time, but someone wants to do it, they can just call me, and we're open to any reasonable proposals. It was a beautiful car, so I think it's very well worth to be brought back to its former glory, if you will.